Hi, welcome into Love Goddess Tarot. Today's pick a card love reading is going to focus on general messages about what's coming next in love. And today I was drawn to hands, as you can see. We have 4 cards to choose from. I've already pulled all of your, well, not all of your cards, because I'm going to do some clarifiers with the Crystal Vision Tarot deck. But I pulled cards for you, so you're really choosing the whole pile. So take a moment, see which energy you're drawn to, and a quick reminder, I am retiring the personal 3-card and 6-card readings here on YouTube. So if you were interested in getting a reading from me in that format, you need to go ahead and book that right away. The link is in the description box. It'll take about a week for you to get your reading, sometimes less, sometimes a couple of days. It really depends on the volume. Okay, so let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me give you a closer look. Group 1, you can see that there's like a sports watch, Apple Watch, something like that. Group 2, we have money. And actually, I believe it goes like this. There we go. Well, maybe you're losing money, maybe you're getting money. That's kind of funny. So group 2, group 3, you have a cell phone. This looks like an old one, very fun. And group 4, excuse me, you have the driving, the hands on the wheel. Okay, timestamps are below. Let's get started. I'm excited. I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, number 1, let's get started with your reading today about what's coming next in love. And you were drawn to the wristwatch here. It's got all kinds of numbers. Let's see what message you have about what's coming next in love. You're starting with the 10 of diamonds and the 8 of diamonds. You have take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Wow. Incredible, because I had pulled these first, so kind of amazing, and a really strong emphasis here on work and money and building security, because we have the pentacles or the diamonds here. From my deck, the Teacup Love Oracle, moving in, intense connection. Okay. So there's obviously a very strong message for you today about work, about taking a break, about needing a vacation probably, okay? I feel like there's a strong connection here between you getting off the treadmill, which was your message here from the soul reading, because it looks to me like there is something strong about buying a house, moving. You know, in the moving in card, you see that little house, which is like the T-ball. And you can see the house here in the 10 of coins or the 10 of diamonds. Okay, and this is really a strong card about security, financial security, money, family, legacy, building something not only for yourself, but for your family. With the 8 of Pentacles right next door, that's about really learning your craft, putting all of your effort into really perfecting something, getting really good at something, studying something. So for some of you, this can be a message about taking a break from work, going on a trip, just slowing down a little bit. You know, I just think about this watch as like being constantly like getting your emails on your wrist and, you know, answering texts and things like that constant. And it's like a need, there's a really strong message here for you needing to relax. I mean, look, this person is like at a beautiful lake or, you know, like a bath, you know, like those spiritual retreat kind of things. Maybe you've been working really hard on saving money. Maybe you've been working hard to get a home. I do see that happening. You have the card moving in here, and intense connection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some more clarifiers, but there's something around a move for you connected to love, connected to meeting someone through purchasing a home, perhaps. Let's see, because I'm going to pull you some clarifiers. I'm going to start with, okay. I was going to start with the message of the watch, and you have the Four of Wands, which I love this card, and I love it in this deck in particular because it feels so fairy tale romantic, like they lived happily ever after. It just feels like a Disney movie or a book that you'd read, a fairy tale, like they're in the enchanted forest. She's on this horse. There he is. So you do see the fire here because we do have wands, and you do have an intense connection coming up. There's a bit of a delay, which is what the Four of Wands is. So the Four of Wands can be like canceled plans actually end up working out for you. Like, you know, for some people, this could even be like a canceled engagement party or an engagement to someone, but also just like somebody who's maybe always canceling plans, or there's a delay because you are on the treadmill, because you are working so hard, and you need to take a break. But the thing about the Four of Wands is even when it's reversed, it's still available to you. It's still in your reading, and it's still a message that you get. You know what I mean? You can't take it away from you. And I love the Four of Wands because it's a celebration. It's an acknowledgement of all your hard work. You're planting roots, you're stable, you're blossoming. So this is just, you know, you maybe putting in a lot of effort and not seeing your dreams come true just yet, but don't let that stop you from continuing. I think that's the important thing. You just need a break. Okay, you need to give yourself the gift of self-love and appreciation, and, you know, take a break, get off the treadmill for a little while, okay? But yeah, you still have this energy. This is also connected to the angel number 111, which is you're on the right path. It's soulmate energy. So I do see you moving towards some sort of stability, a connection that is going to become quickly. It's like you've been working really hard to achieve your goals. Maybe it is for owning a home. Maybe it is for some sort of financial security. And with that is coming an intense connection, right? So don't give up, but give yourself some time to rest, to recover from, you know, life, you know, the burnout, working hard constantly, all of that. Okay. Yeah. You're getting the Hermit card. The Hermit is that self-reflection. It's taking that moment to go within. It's understanding that you have all the answers you need contained right in that lantern of wisdom and knowledge. And in that lantern is the star. The star is your, you know, your destiny. Okay. So the Hermit's coming out of the cave. The Hermit's had a long time of head down, you know, focus, and it's time to get a break. It's time to have that moment. So I think that for some of you, this is just a message of encouragement that your hard work will pay off, even if you're frustrated now, even if you're not feeling seen. You do have some sort of intense connection coming, which happens quickly. And it could happen after you move into a new home, because the home is a really big theme here. Look at that, King of Cups upright. This is what's coming. And isn't it interesting that this intense connection with possibly a water sign, doesn't have to be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's just somebody who's emotionally balanced. The thing about the King of Cups is he's not like overly emotional. You see how he has one foot on the stone, one foot in the water. That's a reminder that this person is balanced. They're even keel, right? They're very mature when it comes to their feeling. And I love that. Look where he's sitting. He's sitting in this pool of water. Look where you are. in the pool of water. So there's a very strong emotional connection, which is probably why you have the intense connection message. Also, it could be like you meet somewhere close to water when you are taking a break, when you are giving yourself some self-care, you know, a spa, a retreat, a vacation where you know, I just keep thinking of, like, because I personally want to go there. It's like that Blue Lagoon or whatever it's called in Iceland, where you go and you get those, you know, incredible nutrients. You go in that water. It feels like, you know, that could be it. It can also just be a message of you are going to make this connection with someone who's emotionally mature, okay? Because kings are mature. This isn't somebody who's immature. This is more of like a serious connection, okay? Bottom of the deck, the overall Hangman reverse, which is upright. And look what's underneath that. See, another message of encouragement, the Nine of Wands. Again, fire. We've got fire here. We've got the intense connection. We've got the flames here with the Nine of Wands. She's sitting on the rock with her lion, ready for battle, but tired. And it's like, this is the biggest encouragement card of this deck, saying, hang in there, okay? There is a plan. You are on the right path. You just need to give yourself a break. Maybe you have to sit down for a minute, you know? Doesn't mean you're going to quit. It doesn't mean you're not going to keep going. It just means maybe you need a little rest. But to keep going, you're on the right path, okay? This is about changing your perspective and also accepting the fact that there is divine timing here. Now, what's super interesting right now about this reading for me, because it's really starting to come together, this is the way things go. It takes a moment. You know, tarot isn't like immediate answers. Kind of stories unfold, they shift and change. But what I'm now noticing, which I didn't before, is these two earth cards, right? And then your message of getting off the treadmill with that water image, right? And now what do we have? Water and earth here with the fire, with the intensity. But right next to each other, we have the Hermit and the Hangman. Okay, two major arcana. One represents Pisces energy, one represents Virgo. What does that mean? That means it's eclipse season in Pisces and Virgo. We have the full moon eclipse coming up this week, and then the new moon solar on the 21st. So I feel like this month is a big month for you. Okay, so hang in there. Give yourself times of relief and break. Maybe get to the water if you live near it, to a lake, to the ocean. Get out in nature. It's about giving yourself a little break because you do have a big shift coming. Okay, and so I think that this month is going to be a big month for you. Maybe when you do have a shift or change in perspective, that really helps you move towards this connection. Ooh, very interesting. Let's roll the Astro dice. Let's see if there's any final messages for you. There you go. Oh my God. Okay. If you know astrology, you know why I'm laughing. Okay, we have Virgo, which is the Hermit. We have Mercury, which is Virgo's ruler. And we have the fourth house, which is, in astrology, home, where you live. And you have moving in. All of the themes that we already spoke about. So we have total confirmation there. That is so beautiful. That is your reading. If this resonated and you'd like to go further, there is a 3-card or 6-card reading you can have, which I can record for you and you can watch right here. It's a personal reading where we will dive deeper into your situation. Those readings, that format is being retired this month. So if you wanted to get those, you need to do it right away. You can write your comments below, say hi, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Those things are free. Those are easy ways for you to say thank you for your reading today. You can also, if you're feeling inclined, hit the super thanks button and leave me a tip to say thank you. So there you go. That's your reading for today. I am sending you so much love. Take care. Hey, number 2, you chose the hands with money coming, you know, like throwing money in the air. I don't know if you watched the intro, but I think I had the card this way and then said, oops, I think it goes this way. So I don't know. Are you losing money? Are you throwing money away? Are you throwing money in the air and celebrating? We shall see. Today's reading is going to focus on what's coming next in love, and I've pulled cards for you already. I'm also going to do some clarifiers as well. Just a gentle reminder, 3-card and 6-card personal readings are going bye-bye. So if you want one from me, if you have a love question, I've always wanted me to answer it, now is the time. Use the links in the description box to go ahead and purchase yours. So you have the Magician and the Moon. Your soul message is Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realm. Your teacup messages are something hidden. Well, that makes sense because we have the helpers here. Shattered. Ooh. Okay. Maybe it was this way. Okay, so this is interesting because obviously the message shattered really speaks to being upset about something, something breaking apart, something ending. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but maybe some of you have gone through a relationship breakup that has really, really hurt. This can also be losing a family member, having a breakup of a friendship, losing a job, something life-changing, something that leaves you feeling broken apart. What's interesting is you do have the Moon card here, and we have the full moon eclipse coming up this week. Full moon eclipses bring things out into the open. Maybe something hidden is coming to be exposed that is going to shake up your world, break things apart. There is a message here of having helpers on the other side, having that angelic help, as you know, guides, angels, whatever you connect with. There is, you know, family members, people that have passed. There is this very strong energy of protection around you. So I want you to keep that in mind if this is literally something that upsets you. But what I'm focusing on, and you know what, it could relate to money. It could relate to losing money, which is, you know, I had the card this way initially in the introduction, which I felt was wrong, but maybe it wasn't. We'll see. I'm going to pull clarifiers. So this is just first impressions. But I also think it's interesting because, you know, the Magician is the first card here for you, and the Magician is such a powerful energy. This is about you manifesting your dreams, hopes, and wishes. Let me see if this is crooked. And it's really an encouragement to take those gifts and talents and put them to use, right? The Magician is powerful energy. It's connected to the signs Gemini and Virgo. So maybe there's a connection there for you. But it's really about manifesting your dreams. I'm going to be really interested to see what these clarifiers bring up. Especially, let's start with your initial card, because there was that confusion about whether it was upright or turned around. Let's get a clarifier about that. Aha, Lovers reversed. This is the end in a partnership. It's some sort of loss. It can be, I feel like it is this way. And it's losing something valuable, you know, something or a relationship or a partnership that was really important to you. I will continue with that in a second. I want to pull a card for the Magician. Six of Swords reversed. That's also with that shattered message. One more with the shattered message. Knight. Oh, wow, the Devil. Knight of Pentacles with the Devil. Oof. Okay. And now let's get a card on the moon. Eight of Cups with the full moon there. Now, in the traditional deck, this is wild. This is the only card in the Rider deck that is an eclipse card. It's not pictured in this one, but that is really saying to me that something big is coming up for you with this eclipse season. I would be really surprised if something big isn't happening this month for you, or at least a series of events is set into motion. You might not see the results for 6 months or so, but by February, March. Okay, let's get a message about something hidden here. Ace of Cups. Hidden feelings. But look what's coming in the future. Beautiful. Ace of Wands, a new beginning, a fresh start. There's an ending here and a beginning, which is exactly what eclipses are all about. They're endings that bring about new beginnings. Wow. Okay, let's break it down. Yours has a lot going on here. And I'm going to try and make this a little more so you can see everything. Okay, so if we start with the Lovers reversed, this is, indicating some sort of experience of dishonesty or betrayal, a relationship that's out of balance. This is a need to really be your own partner right now and give yourself the love and energy that you're giving to others. I definitely feel like you could have had some betrayal around money, doesn't have to be, or just feeling like you've lost something. That's the shattered message. Okay, we have 2 sixes next to each other, the Lovers and the 6 of Swords. That's really indicating that relationship connection about this betrayal or this shattered energy. The 6 of Swords is a card of moving on, letting go, and when it's reversed, it's stuck. Okay. It could be connected to the Magician, to a Virgo, or to a Gemini. It doesn't have to be. But we do have the Knight of Pentacles here reversed and the Devil. Okay, and so obviously this is also a relationship that is unhealthy, some sort of triangle situation, or a relationship that just isn't fulfilling, a partnership where someone is not really there for you in a healthy way, right? It's an unhealthy or toxic connection. The Knight of Pentacles reversed is it could be that you need to change your routines. You need to focus on yourself, focus on manifesting your own dreams with that Magician card upright. If the Magician was reversed, I would think he was the Devil, he was the relationship energy. I think you're the Magician in this reading, and I think that this is an encouragement for you to release the energy of this Knight of Pentacles who's holding you back, slowing you down, the 6 of Swords energy, this past person, this Devil energy, and to move on, okay? And I think that this month could be a big month for you, with the 8 of Cups being that eclipse card in the traditional deck, and you have the moon here, which is highlighting the full moon energy that we're really close to with the eclipse. But yeah, this is also a message about, when you don't fill up your own cup, you can't pour it into others. And so this is a message of taking care of yourself after something devastating, okay, something hidden coming to light. Okay, just know that you're being protected and that all of this is happening for a reason, which is ultimately going to benefit you. So this is an encouragement to walk away from something. Notice that the moon card is the 8, and we have the 8 of Cups where she's walking towards the full moon. This is a card of leaving, moving on, okay? All those cups are turned over. It's like, I've experienced all that, but I'm missing something. I'm missing that relationship that I want. Okay, I'm missing that. And so I'm going to go in search of it. So I do see you moving on from a situation, a painful situation, something hidden coming to light, some connection which is unhealthy, that devil energy, being shattered, but actually ending up in a better position because you have this beautiful connection to the other side. You have these helpers, you have people, you know, not people, but you have angelic energy, you have, you know, spirit guides, you have family members, you have this, you know, beautiful connection that is helping to protect you. And then we have an amazing message of the Ace of Wands, which is, you are going to end up, I feel, after this eclipse with a renewed belief and faith in love, which it may have been shattered for you by past experiences, right? But this is saying that you are going to be expanding. You're going to be connecting with a new project, something you've been dreaming about, that magician energy, but you're going to get the offer and you need to take it, because the seeds you plant now are going to grow into something beautiful, right? But you have to nurture that spark. You have to actually take action. So you have the power here. That's what I want you to walk away from today's reading with, that knowing that you have the power. Even if someone shatters you, even if someone betrays you, even if someone steals money from you or has a toxic, you know, hold on you, or something, they've betrayed you and something comes to light that proves that they're doing things without your knowledge, you have the power. You have the card of the Magician. So let's pull the Magician out, because see, the Magician has the wand, you have the sword, you have the cup, you have the pentacles, you have everything you need to make your wishes come true. You're gonna get a gift from the universe, and it's gonna be a fresh start, a new beginning. And this is also a card of very romantic love. So I do think it could be connected to you moving on from something and having some sort of offer or opportunity around maybe a creative project, travel, something that you're going to take. When it shows up, you're going to know it, okay? And it's about bringing your dreams down to earth. It's about actually taking practical steps to make them happen. So it's really a beautiful reading, even though I'm sorry to say, I do see that there is some sort of hidden something coming to light that is going to be hard. And it seems to be connected to a partnership, whether that's romantic or otherwise, it feels romantic. Okay, let's roll the after dice. Gemini. Okay, connected to the Magician energy. Mercury is also the Magician energy, and the 10th house. The 10th house, 10s are endings in the tarot, but it's also about career. So for some of you, there could be a career opportunity coming up. That is your rating. I hope you enjoyed it. Please write your comments below and let me know how you've connected and how this resonated for you in your life. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. All those things are free, and they're your way of saying thanks for this beautiful reading today. You can also hit the super thanks button if you'd like to leave me a tip. And if you want a 3-card or 6-card personal reading, just a general reading about what's coming next in love for you personally, or if you'd like to have a love question answered, go ahead and use the links in the description box. Those readings are being retired this month. So sending you lots of love. I'll see you soon. Number 3, you chose the hand holding the cell phone. And today's reading is going to be general reading about what's coming next in love. I'm going to start with the cards that I've already pulled for you, and then I'm going to do clarifiers on anything that comes up in the reading. So let's get started. Your tarot, you have the Queen of Swords. She's upright. You have the Death card, also upright. You have Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Okay. Very appropriate next to the Death card, which is all about endings and releasing. From the Teacup Love Oracle, you have Big Heart and Alone Time. Okay. Let's take a moment and see what we have here. So we're starting with the Queen of Swords. I apologize. I'm a little bit grovelly in my throat today. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. Hold on. We have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very strong. She's ambitious. She's perceptive. She will tell you how it is. She's direct. She's able to think and communicate rationally, but she's still empathetic when she needs to be, right? She has clear boundaries, and she's very firm in who she is. She is seeking the truth in every situation, and she generally doesn't let emotions get in the way. She's connected to air sign energy. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini would be air signs because she has that sort of truth, that interest in communicating, and that connection to, you know, speaking, talking, all of those things. What's interesting is she's right next to that death card. And the death card isn't literal death. It's about endings. It's about the end of a chapter. And so it feels like some sort of ending is coming up for you that is going to actually be very positive, because it's helping you release soul patterns, old contracts, and past lives. So what's fascinating is that you have this big full moon here, and this is very appropriate for what's going on astrologically. There's a full moon coming up, and it's an eclipse in Pisces, and it's really about releasing. And so this is really good information for you to have, because it looks like there's a need for you to release something. Now, do you see that little thumb is kind of near the email inbox there? There's 12 unread messages. So it's kind of like, I feel like something that maybe you've been not wanting to deal with is coming to light under this full moon, so that you can release also your heart. I feel like your heart is being protected. You know, she has this armor, the Queen, you know, in this deck. She seems protected to me, like blocking a little bit, keeping herself protected from hurt. See, she's got the armor on, she's got her sword up, she's ready for battle. And I feel like this is you. This is your big heart, but it's inside, it's protected. The soft part is in here. That's like the Ace of Cups. The outside's being protected. And I feel like you're maybe protecting yourself from looking at a situation that needs to come to an end. And I think you need to spend some time alone to figure it out. You really need to meditate, go for a walk, do something to help yourself connect maybe with this full moon energy, and think about what sort of things in your life you need to really kind of look at. If you know your birth chart, your astrological chart, you can look at the house where Pisces falls. That will give you some clues, okay? But this is about communication, and this is about communication. So there's like maybe something you need to say, a conversation you need to have, or maybe you're going to hear from someone from the past, because we do also have the death card here, which would be old stuff. Old contracts, past lives. Maybe somebody from your actual past is going to reach out or has reached out, and you need to kind of deal with it. Wow, let's get some clarification here. I'm going to start by pulling a card on the cell phone here. Ooh. 5 of Wands. Interesting. Okay, now I'm going to pull a card on the Queen. Strength. Oh boy, look at that. Okay, now let's pull a card for the death card and look at the ending. 6 of Wands. Oh, this one wanted to come out too. 2 of Cups. Ooh, it could be involving a Leo. Okay, if you've dated a Leo in the past, because we have the Strength card and the 6 of Wands. A lot of fire energy here, and the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups shows that it's maybe a past love, a past partnership, somebody you're in some sort of business with. Two of Cups can also be a friend that starts out as a friend and then moves to something else. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, I'm going to pull a card on your message of unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I'm very curious to see if we can get a clarifier on that. Look at that. Look at the clarifier, the Tower reversed. Yeah, this is old stuff. This is old stuff that you're holding on to. Stuff that it's not going to come as a shock to you, whatever it is you're releasing. Okay. Look what's the bottom of the deck. Look what's coming. Planning for the future. Beautiful. You have a lot of wands. You have a lot of fire. Which is passion, creativity. You have success here. For those of you that have been alone and never had a relationship, I think this reading is saying that is coming to an end. Okay? Your need to be strong, silent, be alone, that's coming to an end. Okay? Because you have the card of strength, determination, passion. You're ready to take on a challenge. And it's showing you and the Lion. So there's a partnership. You have the Two of Cups. You have it with the Six of Wands upright. So it feels more like instead of you are letting go of a past relationship, I think that might be the case for some of you, but I think for a lot of you, this is a message of you are letting go of being alone. You are letting go of being the Queen of Swords. You're going to open up emotionally, okay? You're getting in the fray. Five of Wands is competition, cooperation. You know, what are these messages about? These messages are you being willing to engage. That's how it feels. There's so much fire. So I just feel like you're going from cold, icy, alone to fire, to warmth. You're letting that heart out of its protective shield. You're releasing these old patterns that have, you know, kept you alone. That's what I think. Some of it's connected to family. Some of it's connected to your beliefs, traditional beliefs. Some of you are releasing some things that are holding you back in that way. But I think that for most of you, this is a time where it could even be having a conversation with a friend that turns into something more, because we do have the Two of Cups upright and the Six of Wands, and sometimes that indicates friends turning into something more. You might be afraid of letting someone know how you feel because you don't want to compete with other people, right? So you've kept it locked up. You've kept your feelings locked up. But I do think that this is a big time coming up for you of releasing old stuff, something you've been holding on to. It's holding you back. It could be a betrayal of some sort, because we do have three girls here in the picture. Three sometimes indicate a third party situation, not for everyone. But you know, the Two of Cups is upright, the Six of Wands is upright, the Two of Wands, all of these are upright. These are all very positive. We have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands says you are expanding your life. That's what's coming up. This is the overall energy, creativity, growth, strength. There's a lot of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy coming through. This is a card that says you're planning for the future, right? You have the World in front of you. Look, see the dragon has the world there in its tail. So it's like you've got the world. This is about you making moves, making plans, planning for your future. So yeah, I think a big ending is coming that's going to open up a new path for you. And the ending is very positive. There's something that has held you back from expressing your, beautiful warmth, and that is coming to an end. And partnership is coming in. I see success, a lot of success. I see you facing challenges and not being afraid. I see you expanding your world and meeting someone. You have twos in your reading here, which are about partnership. So yeah, I think that something big is going to come and shift for you, but there is an ending that has to happen. An end of a chapter is coming, and I think it's an end of keeping your emotions to yourself or ending some patterns that are holding you back. Okay, beautiful. There you go. Okay, so we had the Hierophant, which is Taurus. So we do have Taurus energy. We have the Sun, which is Leo. And we have the 5th house, which is also Leo. I said there was a lot with all the lions here, all the fire, the 6 of Wands, and the Strength are specifically Leo cards. And this is about creativity, children, romance, fun. I feel like the world is cracking open for you. And there's a lot more fun coming, a lot more playfulness, a lot more warmth. Okay, that's your reading. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Those things are free. They help me keep coming back and bringing you more content. If you want to say thanks for today's reading, you can hit the super thanks button and leave me a tip. If you'd like a personal reading, if this really resonated today and you want to dive deeper in ways that you can connect with this beautiful energy and work towards releasing whatever it is you need to release, go ahead and book a private reading. I am retiring the 3-card and 6-card format, so take advantage of it now if you want to get a reading. I can also do a general reading for you. I record them just like this. You watch it just like this, but it's on a private link that only you can see. So go ahead, use those links below. I am sending you so much love. Have a great one. Hey, number 4, let's take a look at your reading today. You chose the person driving a car. They've got their hands on the wheel. You have, starting with the Devil. Okay, hopefully you're driving away from the devil. We have Temperance. So you have 2 major arcana, big stuff happening for you, big shifts. Your soul message is don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Okay. That's a really powerful message. And then for your teacup love oracle messages, you have hanging on and opposites attract. Oh, I love opposites attract with the idea of temperance, because temperance is kind of going back and forth between fire and water. So I love that. It's about balance. And so opposites is about balance too. Okay, hanging on. Well, I see a strong connection between the message of hanging on and the devil energy with your soul message, which is don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? This can be a toxic relationship or connection or even a behavior within yourself that I think you are hitting the road. I think you're leaving it behind. I think you're taking control of your life. That's what this represents. And you're getting in flow with the universe, which is what temperance represents, okay? You're not hanging on to old things. You're getting in the car and driving away. And I think by doing this, you're really connecting with someone who balances your energy, but also more importantly, you're embracing the energy of temperance, which is going with the flow of the universe, with what you're meant to be doing. Right? So the energy of the universe is flowing within you and you're flowing with it. Therefore, you're connecting with the people that you're meant to. So the road is not straight, okay? It's curved and there's a sharp curve ahead. Do you see that? So that kind of tells me you have to be careful. You have to balance sort of the emotions. So because you have to have your emotions in check when you're driving. You can't lose it. So I think that there's a need coming up for you in some situation, and I'm going to pull more cards to get clarification for you, but there's a need for you in something coming up to take it easy, right? You don't go flying into these curves. You keep it balanced, which is what temperance is. So there's a situation where you need to keep it balanced, and where you need to balance to not allow anyone or situation to dim your light, right? So there's a fine line between going along and being cooperative and, like, you know, keeping yourself hidden, okay? But I think you do have some sort of situation coming up where you're going to be addressing this devil energy, whatever that represents for you in your life. Let's get some clarifiers. Judgment. Wow. Yeah, this is a big moment for you. You have, so 1, 2, 3. You have 3 major arcana. So far, every one of your tarot cards is a major arcana, meaning this is a big moment for you. And it's a moment that's like a wake-up call. It's a moment that you have to kind of evaluate things, to let go of the past, to move on without judgment, but to really evaluate, is this working for me? Am I hanging on to a toxic trait, relationship, situation that I really need to let go of? The sun, look at that. This is what's coming. This is you connecting with this beautiful energy of the sun, showing who you really are. The sun is not holding on to devil energy. The sun is being your authentic self. The sun is shining and not dimming for other people. This is very strongly connected to the sign Leo. This is about, you know, being your authentic self unapologetically. So if you're in a connection with anyone, or friendship or family situation, or even yourself, where you're dimming your light, no, time to get in the car and drive away. Okay, let's see what comes up for temperance. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is all about working with a team, okay? This is about building something solid, something that is going to last, something that is a project that maybe you've been working on with like-minded people, people that share your talents, your ideas, want to make something bigger. This can mean that you are going to connect with a group, maybe through a work project, maybe you're going to get a new job, but there's a relationship energy possible through work, through kind of being around people and collaborating. So this is definitely a message of collaboration, and that each person has their own unique role to play, and you each bring something special to it. It can also mean that somebody introduces the two of you, like, you know, a mutual friend. You can connect with love if you're completely single, through work, through a mutual friend, but by being your true self and showing what it is you love to do, right? Don't hide it, because hiding it is actually preventing the right people and the right loves people from finding you. Okay. Here's the don't dim to fit in message, the 10 of Swords. Yeah, 10 of Swords. I mean, there is some ending that needs to happen, okay? Somebody who has either hurt you, that represents the devil, a pattern for yourself, but generally this is someone else, and it's over. This pattern is done. Time to release it. 10s are about the end. It's done, and this one is so done, okay? But the good news is that that pain, that relationship, that hanging on to something that's hurting you is over. You're moving towards the sun. You're moving towards a new day. You're getting in the car and you're driving. It's like you're in charge now. That's over. That long sort of karmic, difficult cycle is done. Okay. Yeah, Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is really a message of choice, right? It can be that something is coming up for you where you're going to be making a choice about what to do. There's going to be like almost like a crossroads moment for you. It's a time when you need to weigh your options. You notice that she has a blindfold on, and that sometimes says you're confused, but this is where your intuition comes in, okay? Take your time when you're making this decision, but don't take too long, okay? Because you have a beautiful opportunity coming up, and I feel like it's an opportunity for you to really shine. It could be a creative, it could be a romantic situation, and it's going to involve you releasing this devil energy and moving on from this tough ending, right? That's a tough ending. The Ten of Swords is not easy, okay? But you're moving into a connection with someone who balances you, but doesn't try to overshadow you, okay? It really looks beautiful. I'm going to pull one more, and then let's roll the Astro dice. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it feels connected to work. It feels like some sort of offer or invitation is coming, a new job. Yeah, there's a lot of pentacle energy when I look towards the future for you. Could be with an earth sign, connecting with someone who's very stable, reliable, somebody who wants to build something, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but it definitely is something that is lasting, okay? So don't hang on, let it go. Anyone that's holding you back, or even yourself, from really shining, because there are people that want to come in, that want to build a beautiful life with you and help you build those things that matter to you, okay? So this is about you taking stock. This is about you stepping back and realizing what's important to you and really putting your effort there and shining. That's the big message for you today. Okay, let's roll the Astro dice. Any final messages? 7th house, partnership, marriage, Libra, Aries. Funny because Libra and Aries are opposite signs. Aries is about going for it. And Pluto. Pluto's that big transformation, but it also connects to the devil. Alrighty, that's your reading for today. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those good things. If you want a private reading, go ahead and use one of the links below. I am retiring them, so you will not be able to get 3-card or 6-card readings. So if you have a love question you've always wanted me to answer, I record it just like this. You watch it right here on a private link. So it's available to you now, but I am retiring it. Have a good one.